Have you ever sat down to meditate, hoping for peace, only to be ambushed by a storm of thoughts? Have you ever wondered why your mind seems louder the moment you try to quiet it? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are going to dive into one of the most essential yet misunderstood parts of spiritual practice, our relationship with thought. And we'll be guided by the words of a remarkable teacher from Buddhist history, the sixth patriarch of Chan Buddhism, Master Huineng. You may have heard that the goal of meditation is to empty the mind, but what if that's a misunderstanding? What if true peace isn't about eliminating thoughts but about changing your relationship to them? Master Huineng taught that stillness doesn't mean no thoughts. It means not being carried away by them. Let's begin with a paradox. The more you try to force silence, the louder your mind becomes. Like trying to calm a pool of water by slapping it. Effort only creates more ripples. So what is the secret? The sixth patriarch said, "When the mind arises, let it arise. When the mind ceases, let it cease. Do not grasp or reject." That is true stillness. This teaching is subtle, but it changes everything. It means you can meditate even when your thoughts are swirling. It means peace is not the absence of thinking, it's the presence of awareness. Let's take a step back and tell a story. There was a young man named Leo who had been meditating for years. He followed strict instructions: sit still, empty the mind, watch the breath. But every session felt like a battle. His thoughts attacked him. Memories arose, plans for the future, shame from the past. He blamed himself. "I'm doing this wrong," he thought. "I'm not disciplined enough." One day, he came across the Platform Sutra of the sixth patriarch. In it, Huineng said, "To practice stillness is not to suppress the mind, but to understand it." Stillness means to see thoughts without becoming them. Leo wept. For the first time, he understood that the storm inside him wasn't a failure. It was the very material of practice. He sat down again, but this time without resistance. Thoughts came. He watched. Judgments arose. He watched. Slowly, the space between thoughts widened. Not because he pushed, but because he stopped pushing. That was the beginning of true peace. You see, your mind isn't a problem. It's a mirror. It reflects what's already inside you. And the moment you stop trying to change the reflection, you begin to see clearly. Master Huineng taught that every person already possesses Buddha nature. That includes you. You're not working toward purity. You're uncovering it. Imagine your awareness as the sky and your thoughts as clouds. Some are dark, some are light. Some come quickly, some linger. But no matter how many clouds pass, the sky's never damaged. It doesn't hold on to them, it doesn't push them away. It simply holds them all, without judgment. That is your true nature. But we forget this. We become the clouds. We lose ourselves in every passing storm. And meditation becomes not a practice of peace, but a struggle to control. So let's remember what Huineng taught. Body has no tree. The mirror has no stand. The Buddha nature is always clean. Where can dust land? This poem reveals a powerful truth. Your true nature is not something you achieve. It is something you stop obscuring. When thoughts come, don't fear them. When emotions rise, don't judge them. When memories return, don't chase them. Just watch, just breathe, just stay. Over time, this simple act of watching becomes transformative. Let's look at another example. A woman named Ruth had lived with anxiety for most of her adult life. She tried mindfulness, but it made her feel worse. "I can't stop worrying," she said. "My thoughts never stop." Her teacher asked her one question: "Can you be anxious without becoming anxious about being anxious?" That moment cracked something open. She realized that it wasn't her thoughts causing suffering, it was her resistance to them. She began to sit each morning, allowing the anxiety to be there. She gave it space. She watched how it rose and fell, how it shifted shape. Eventually, her fear of the fear dissolved. This is what the sixth patriarch meant by clarity. It's not about winning against your thoughts. It's about no longer fearing them. The Pat Form Sutra teaches that wisdom isn't the result of removing thoughts. It's the result of seeing through them. That's why Hui Eneng emphasized sudden awakening, not because it's dramatic, but because when you see clearly, change happens in an instant. You see the thought. You don't follow it. You rest in awareness. And in that moment, you're free. Let's address a common myth that more thoughts mean less progress. That's not true. The nature of thought is to rise. Your mind is a factory of activity. It produces emotions, ideas, plans, fears. That's its job. The problem isn't thinking. The problem is attachment. Attachment is when you believe every thought, when you identify with every feeling, when you chase or avoid what's arising. Freedom is when you recognize the movement and remain still, not by force but by understanding. Let's look at daily life. You're driving, and someone cuts you off. Anger rises. In that moment, you can either become the anger or watch it. You're sitting in silence, and suddenly you remember a mistake you made years ago. Shame arises. You can feed it or see it for what it is, a memory, a thought, not the truth of now. This is the practice, not to erase your humanity, but to meet it with clarity. Hui Eneng said, "Enlightenment is not something you wait for. It is the moment you stop seeking and start seeing." This is the doorway. You don't need a perfect mind. You don't need long hours. You don't need rituals. You need courage. Courage to be present. Courage to stop running. Because when you stop, you find that everything you were chasing, peace, wisdom, love, is already here, waiting for you. Still, quiet, radiant. Thank you for being here with us. If this message resonated, please share your reflections below, subscribe to the channel, and let's continue walking this beautiful path together, one breath, one thought, one moment at a time. Thank you for watching this video.